Harvesting knowledge. Preserving traditions at Presec-Legon's mixed farm. Welcome to Harvesting Knowledge, a journey into the heart of Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Presec-Legon's unique mixed farm, where students nurture the land and cultivate a rich tapestry of traditions. At Presec-Legon, mixed farming involves the cultivation of a diverse range of crops such as maize, plantain, watermelons, cassava, vegetables, and fruit trees. Livestock farming is also an integral part, with chickens, catfish, piggery, and grass cutter contributing to a sustainable cycle of food production.
Office as a headmaster, I read about the history of the school, and I read about the various activities of the school. And we have enough history, there is enough information and data about what the school has done before. And I decided to look into the various records, those things that gave the school that name as a famous and renowned school, having trained distinguished students. And I realized that it wasn't only about academic work. There were various other aspects of training that the school stood for. And I came across information on agric, I came across information on sports and many other things. So I started asking a lot of questions and consulting a few people, especially some old students. I met various year groups, 1955, 1975, all those kind of things, and I was trying to find out from them some of the things they had from Presec as former students. And I went around the compound and I realized that there's a large and vast land. I saw tractors, old equipment for agric activities. I asked a lot of questions. I saw an old poultry farm. I saw an old hatchery, and a few more things to speak to the information I had from some of the old students. So I was like, if we are doing all these kind of things and our name is out there, yes, we are doing well academically, we are doing well in competitions, but the school cannot be complete if we leave some of these critical aspects out of our training in the school. So that was what actually gave birth to this idea. And I said, no, I have to revamp the agric department to see how best we can leverage on some of these old, glorious achievements. So I had a series of meetings with the agric department. I met a few old boys and some parents, consultative meetings with stakeholders. And I was convinced that we could go back gradually to some of these good stories about Presec. Mindful of the fact that people went through this school, whether as art students or business students or science students, and they came out later to become very good farmers, commercial farmers and all that. So I felt like, no, let's start something. And somewhere, I came to 2019. So when the COVID came, 2020, I was having meetings to discuss all these things. And I said, we should start something. And by the grace of God, something started at the agric department. We did some small crop farming, and it yielded some good results. And the feedback was good. People were commending the efforts and those things. I said, let's scale it up. So we introduced this poultry, and we did the first one. It was good, and we added the piggery to it, which also yielded some good results. And as I speak now, the good old days of Presec, where we had the poultry farm and things, today we have a poultry farm which we have intention of growing to become a large farm. We have the piggery, and I felt like the land should be put to good use. So if we can give the land out for anybody to cultivate it, but those consultations didn't yield much results. And I came in and I said, no, our PTA could also be of help if they could be of support in terms of funding, providing the resources. Since we have the land, we have the human resource, what we need critically is the financial resource, so that together we can start something. And I'm happy to say that the PTA was ever ready to come into such partnership and to help cultivate the land. So apart from the other thing that the agri department started doing, we've been able to cultivate about 10 acres this year as a farm for the school, and it's mainly maize. And the idea is not just to have the farm, just to make use of the school land or something, but critically, like I said, I've met former students who could look back to say that because they visited the school farm, they had some experience, and today they are also into farming, even though they didn't even do agric in Presec. So my idea one day is to make it like something that is a core. It's mandatory for all students to pass by the school farm, see what is happening there. You take part in what is going on there. One day to become part of your life. I'm even happy to say that as part of the mix, we even have a fish farm. A fish farm that is also doing well. We did a pilot one with 1 tank. Today we have 3 tanks. And there are ideas to see how we can even increase that farm to make sure that students can visit school farm, whether at the piggery, at the poultry, or the fish farm, or on the field, and at least learn something. Learn something that will become something you have acquired from Presec, apart from your academic certificate. And one day it will become something you rely on for your family and even for the country. One very important thing that even made me to go into this, some students came to work in my house, and it's interesting that to say that some of them were seeing cassava for the first time. And I felt like if we have some of these things available before a student will complete Presec, at least you have some knowledge, you have first-hand information, and then you even see for yourself some of the things you can even touch and feel, so that you will not become that ignorant that you have 8 A's as a science student and you've not seen even catfish before, you've not seen even the pig before, live. So these are all the things that came in mind, and I'm happy to say that I've received tremendous support from various people, right from the agri department, from the PTA executive, and from some old students. A lot of ideas are coming. I've visited a few farms, and I think that we have a lot more to do. But where we are now, we have actually set off, and I believe that very soon Presec will become a place for people to visit and see what we are doing. We are also open for more ideas and for more support, because like I said, we ever had an agric farm that had tractor. Today, if we want to go that big, what we want to do, it's important we get some of the facilities and equipment to help support. So it's a whole lot of things to get students on the field as part of the fun and learning. They acquire something for themselves and for the school. I believe if we are able to harvest some of these things, everybody will enjoy. Already, we have had, something from the pig farm and from the poultry farm for people, and they have enjoyed it already. So these are the reasons why I decided to go this way, actually, to revisit the Presec as we have known, and to make sure that training in Presec will be holistic. You know of everything. You go out as a complete person to have even something for your life. Thank you.
Right. Regular workshops and seminars connect students with experienced farmers and expose them to innovative practices in the agricultural industry.
My name is Celestina Afi Enyonam Aida. I'm the HOD for General Agriculture, Presec-Legon. So through mixed farming, our students are able to learn how to develop problem-solving skills. They also are able to adapt to different challenges, and also they understand the connectivity between or among the various farming systems, agricultural systems that exist. And because of mixed farming, they work together, and as a result, it helps them to appreciate togetherness or working as a team and also cooperation.
I'm called Odro William. I'm an agricultural science student. I'm in Agric 1. My experience in the school farm has been that of a transformative and educative one. Before coming to secondary school, I knew few or little about agriculture. My experience on the school farm has given me an overview of how agric is done, the practicality of it, and seeing animals like pigs and chickens. I hope to pursue agriculture as a course in the university and major in animal production to help increase the food productivity in Ghana and also export surpluses. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Isaac Abdudaim and I'm taking care of the fish pond here. So this is something we started some time ago as we were informed to, and then we are now about to finish the school. And then actually we started with only one pond, but now we have about 3 ponds now. So we have expanded it. So basically the processes involved are, usually this is the water we use, and these are the fishes that are inside. These are catfish, and then what happens is usually we clean it every 2-3 days. So when we are cleaning it, we have to drain out the water and then we replace it with fresh water. So when we are draining out the water, we have a tap behind it, so we can turn it on and then water starts flowing out. Then when all the water goes out, we turn on the tap here so that fresh water from the tap can come inside. So basically that's the process. Usually at first, when you enter at first, they run away. You see all of them are moving towards that side. But with time, as they get used to you coming inside, they actually come close. And if I were not wearing boots, they try to clean my feet. So usually when we come inside here, leaves and other stuff falling. So you pick up the leaves if you are not feeding them. So these are some of the leaves inside. So we pick up leaves basically, and we drop it out. And then yeah, that's most of our work, apart from not feeding them. And then sometimes to actually sweep with brooms, because they defecate. When it defecates, it's powderish. So sometimes we sweep it together so that we can collect it out water. Sometimes we use a drain too. So basically that's the process of it.
So apart from the cleaning and other things, record keeping is a very important aspect of the work. We have an estimated number we need to survive. At the initial part, we have a number that comes. Then at the end of some months, the final set for selling and buying comes in. So apart from the cleaning, we need to take a record. How many die? How many we have left? If it's more than the estimated number, we take a pause, see if they are sick, if there's a general cause. If there's nothing really hampering it.
The most cause is the swelling. Usually, most often the casualties is because of swelling gulls, and that's usually when it just happens like that. Sometimes you leave it. Okay, initially when they are small like this, when that thing happens, you pick them out, the dead ones. But then as time goes on and then they grow bigger, when casualties happen, you just leave it inside and they end up eating the carcass, so you come to find nothing inside. So that's how it works basically.
And we also feed them bitter leaf from time to time. And it's more like a vitamin to the young ones so that they are able to adapt to the new environment. We blend it, make sure the water is to a minimum point, then add it to the water to make it more concentrated so that they are able to swim in it.
The bitter leaf is like a medicine for mostly the swollen gall casualty we have, the swollen gall casualty problem. So we blend bitter leaf, then we come and pour it inside the water. Usually we pour it in after we change the water, so it's fresh water inside. So when we pour it in, the bitter leaf mixes with everything, and then it's kind of like a cure for them, and it reduces the number of casualties. Yeah. So that's basically the bitter leaf treatment.
And I think this is our second set.
Oh yeah, this is our second set. Initially we started with just 1 tank. Now we have 3 tanks.
Yeah, and they're about 1,005.
Yes.
Initially.
Initially.
1,005. The first set were more stronger and crazier. So we've enlarged our tanks now. First was just 1 main tank over there. Now we have 3. So the number now is 2,400.
From an initial 1,500, the total number is now 2,400, and that just shows how much we have grown in this business and how much we are actually making this something to do. And then, yeah, so that's basically it.
So far, I think this is the most interesting thing I've done in Presec.
Actually, this is the most interesting thing I've actually embarked on. Usually Presec, when you come,
academics,
because it's touted for NSMQ school, but then there's something which is more of a diversity from the basic thing, and then you get to do things like this. And it's a nice experience, and I definitely like to try it when I come up.
Yeah, you didn't even think I'll ever do something like this.
You were afraid of the fish at first.
I'm the farm supervisor for the PTA farm, Presec. You are welcome to the PTA farm, Presec-Legon. My name is Victor Kwame Nyamesi, and I'm the supervisor for the farm. PTA farm has been established to, in the first place, help students learn. Our sustainability involves good agronomic practices. We ensure that we do mulching. We also ensure that we do earthing in the farm where we realize that some of the plants are weak. So in order to ensure some environmentally friendly approach, we are not burning as some farmers used to do. So we cultivate the land by ensuring that organic materials are used. So we decompose, we pick manure from the farm where we keep our animals to be used as fertilizers for the farm. And in terms of conserving water, as I've said, mulching is one of the practices that we use here or we adopt here. Also encourage our students to innovate some of the practices or bring on board some of the things that they can use to conserve the environment in terms of they going into farming. So basically, for the PTA farm, as you can see, we've been able to sustain this by going through some good agronomic practices.
Harvesting Knowledge has taken us on a captivating journey through the mixed farm of Presec-Legon, where young minds nurture the land and sow the seeds of sustainability. As they cultivate the soil, we also cultivate their dreams of a better tomorrow.